work he's getting.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Sideline throw, that's caught, Amari Cooper. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 more on that one and another first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now Trubisky on first down. He's going to get this one down to Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Nelson Agholor, 39 yards. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Robbie Gould lining
and that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So one play, and they're already just eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And it's 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary. Has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Herbert. Flush to his right. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard
to the air again, Herbert. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 1st down, Trubisky. He finds Aguilar over the middle.
Trubisky's pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. That is caught. It's Tajae Sharpe. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he He's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. This will be caught just inside the 10. Or he'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
4-yard gain.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Another toe for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This will be caught at about the 6. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off
and this is going to be intercepted. The rookie Damon Arnett picks it. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this carries into the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
First throw in overtime now for Trubisky. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
46-yard line.
Cook. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Again, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 40.
They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. Right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Zone 49.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over. And he's into the clear. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Touchdown, Titans.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Tennessee, it's a win here in their home opener as they move.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me? Whoa, your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. But the students ain't getting around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure this.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They are led out by their 27-year-old quarterback, a 2-time Pro Bowler. It's Dak Prescott.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott from the gun. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, the obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 50.
From the gun to give to Mixon. for Mixon last week. 18 carries, 63 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger games result as the game goes on.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want a great tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Mixon with a first down carry, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through him.
Now a second down and 6. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Boyd. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Slant pass to Bull. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Prescott to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Joe Mixon. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
A first down throw for Mariota.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. That'll bring up second down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Well, Charles, you said it after the 4th down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with the touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt them, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up, because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before you can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Prescott on first down. Left side complete. That's Boyd. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The 23-yard line.
First and 10, Prescott going for it all. And he's going to whip that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
To kick off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Malik Jackson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll make it 3rd down. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And coughed it up. And the Vikings pick up the football. And return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Eli Apple. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Titans.
Mariota on first down. Got the Ravens taken in for a Titans touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your...
Oh, Prescott stripped. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will take over with the football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
No part of they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
Now it's Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 38-yard line.
Mixon with it. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. How about Patrick Chung from the safety spot? Always a big hitter. He gets in there to make the play. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. Third down here.
Incomplete. It's now third down and
out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he's got this down to the 35. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talking about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 8 yards to go on second down. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Able to power through. Fighting through pressure. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Yannick Ngakoue. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Third and long here for Mariota. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Is good. Makes the score Titans 24, Vikings 21.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
5-yard line.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run with Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To Boyle here over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the season, we keep hearing from different coaches and players about the so-called rules, and it's different for each position. But as a quarterback, throwing across your body is supposed to be a rule that you're not supposed to break, isn't it?
Yeah, especially with a guy coming knocking you to the ground like that.
I think he was fortunate that didn't get intercepted, fell to the ground incomplete, but you got to really be careful about that one. Yeah, you can break it every now and then. As a general rule, don't throw across your body.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And oh, it's blocked. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. From the 6. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start with a give to Henry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He's tackled.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's finally taken down. But not before he reaches the 14.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And 10.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
10-yard line. A gain of 4.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to Smith. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Complete to Ito Smith.
They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
They'll run for it with Henry, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Down at the 10-yard
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Prescott. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
He was going right back to Cooper Kupp, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And this is a spectacular one-handed grab there. The A gain there of 21 yards. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Herbert. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Well, the Titans were #1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here we go now with Smith. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Tennessee.
Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go. And let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready.